Hello, this is Paul Chek. Welcome back to my video blog today. Today I thought I'd do something a little different. Thought I'd share a little joke with you. The title of my blog today is God has been good to me, but. Well, here's how the joke goes. There was a man, we'll call him Mr. Farmer. He had lived his life in his career and had reached the point where he no longer felt fulfilled in his career. His wife got cancer and died, and he found himself lonely, feeling isolated, frustrated with his life, felt sad being alone, began meditating on what he wanted to do next in his life. Him and his wife had always wanted to start a small farm, an organic farm, and just live in touch with the land and have a pleasant, peaceful life that was back in touch with nature instead of all the corporate rush. So he found his piece of property, which was an old rundown farm. He bought it, and he spent a year cleaning the place up, rebuilding the barn, painting buildings. And after a year, he was on his last task, which was to unclog the drainage ditch at the front of his property along the access road. As he was out cleaning the ditch, a woman walked up, and she said, "Hello, you must be my neighbor. I'm Mrs. Smith from next door." And he says, "Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm Mr. Farmer." And she says, "Boy, what a lovely farm you have here. God sure has been good to you, Mr. Farmer." And Mr. Farmer looks at her and smiles and says, "Yes, Mrs. Smith, God has been good to me, but you should have seen the state of this place when he was managing it." So there you go. There's a little moral to that story. God has been good to me, but you should have seen the state of this place when he was managing it. So the underlying theme of the joke or the story is simply this. God has been good to all of us. We are here. We have planet Earth. We have the sun. We have the moon. We have the stars. We have a mind. We have the capacity to create, to participate. We also have the capacity to destroy, to deface, and to not participate. Waiting for God to come paint the buildings, clean the property up, and undo the ditches is completely unrealistic and unfortunately childish. Unfortunately, many people that practice various religious philosophies have a tendency to think that God is going to come down and unclog their drainage ditch, fill their bank accounts, make their pimples go away, and make them rich. The Quakers say, "Pray and move your feet." So, at the end of the day, if we understand that joke as a teaching story, I can leave you with a few tips. One, everything we need for a full, meaningful life is right here. There's people all around us who are living full and meaningful lives. And if we spend more time studying those that have a life of meaning and live a full life and are whole individuals, then we will learn from those people how to do that for ourselves. But all those people have something in common, and that is that they're not afraid of the challenges that naturally go with the creation of any dream. Two, it's up to us to have a dream worth living and worth growing for. No matter what you're doing, there's going to be challenges in life. Everything in life comes with polarities. What goes up must come down, and remember, what goes down must come up. So anyone listening to this has certainly had bad days, or tough periods in their life, and here you are. If you got time to listen to me on YouTube, you got proof that what goes down comes up. So it's very, very up to us to take responsibility for the fact that we have the farm, we have the place to grow and to create and to tear down things and to repaint them and make them beautiful or completely recreate everything around us or within us. That's totally up to us. Three, see your challenges as opportunities for growth and fulfillment, and they become meaningful. Most people spend a grand majority of their time trying to figure out how to get out of the necessary work of their own spiritual growth and development, or leave the word spiritual out. They just spend a huge amount of time figuring out how to get out of everything in life, whether it be paying their bills or shaping their body the way they want it, or spending time with their kids, or whatever it might be. The reality of it is that once you have a dream and you know who you've decided to become and you're moving toward that every day, then everything that seems like a challenge is really just an opportunity. If the dishwasher's not working, fix it or get another one. If your relationship with your spouse isn't working, either unify your dreams, gain some clarity, and find harmony together, or move on. Remember, it's a pleasure to give love and to receive love, and to stay in a relationship in hopes of getting love when you don't have the natural inspiration to give love, or vice versa. It doesn't facilitate a relationship. You just have two people staring at opposite walls, or sleeping in opposite beds, or back to back, and that's not a relationship. But how many people stay on Mr. Farmer's farm and don't paint the buildings and clean out the ditches and harvest crops? So we have everything we need. We have all the opportunities we need. We just have to get clear within ourselves and take responsibility for what we're creating in our lives and become adult enough to go out and create it. And you're never alone. There's lots of people that love helping you do the things that you think you don't want to do. If you don't like unclogging ditches, then hire somebody to do it, and you're facilitating your own project and them. Believe it or not, there's people that enjoy cleaning out ditches. If you're having a hard time in your life and you feel stuck and you're dealing with issues, for example, of addiction, obesity, or disease, which are very common today and are examples of the farm. The body here represents the farm, and taking responsibility for what God gave you is to negate the but. But means forget everything I said up to this point. I love you, but means forget everything about the I love you, because here it comes. You better do your homework or else. Or I love you, but you didn't do this for me. Okay? So once we get rid of the buts, we get into the I love you. So if you're having a hard time overcoming addiction, obesity, disease, or creating the life you want, have a simple audio workbook program that helps take you through the steps of identifying your love, finding balance, identifying your 3 choices, and recognizing your 4 doctors and where they may be out of balance, so that you can live your dream and be just like Mr. Farmer, and not let life circumstances beat you down, but give you an opportunity to live your dream or your next dream. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Paul Chek.